Hi, I'm Jim. I'm your instructor for today, and we're going into a little class here, which is called Rules of the Road as it applies to boating, okay? And international regulations for preventing collisions at sea, variously known as rules of the road, collision regulations, or call regs, apply to and are mandatory, okay, for all vessels. And the main objective of this lesson is to provide you with adequate information to prevent a collision at sea. So let's go through some terms that quite often come up in boating, and that's the word way, such as make way. Does anyone have an idea what make way means?
Would that be moving out of the way?
No. It's to pass or move, perhaps with some direction or speed. Okay. Another one is no way. Anyone have any idea what that might be? No way?
Would that be if it's stopped then, or not moving at all?
Yeah, not moving. That's correct. And if she's making headway,
It's when the boat is moving.
moving ahead. Okay, moving ahead specifically. And making sternway,
Moving is turn.
that's correct. She's moving astern at that point. The last one here is underway. Does anyone have an idea what underway means? Or have an idea what some thought that meaning of that word? It's a vessel that's not at anchor or made fast to shore. The boat is floating freely, okay? It may not or may be making some way or movement. Now, when two vessels are approaching each other, one vessel is the stand-on vessel, and the other vessel is the give-way vessel. The give-way vessel shall, as early as possible, take substantial action to move out of the way, okay, of the stand-on vessel. But the stand-on vessel also has an obligation as well to maintain its speed and course as the stand-on vessel. But she also has another obligation, which we're going to see here. Now, in this case, if there's two boats moving towards each other, this boat on a course with the wind to port, crossing this way, this boat here moving up in this direction with the wind more to starboard. Let's say this boat here is the stand-on vessel. That vessel has
Right away.
somewhat the right of way. This boat here, being the vessel which has to move out of the way, okay, these boats are moving towards each other. Now, as these boats move on, this captain here knows the rules somewhat, and he knows he is a stand-on vessel. This vessel here, the give-way vessel, the captain here is not quite familiar with the rules, and for whatever reason doesn't feel he maybe has to move. They proceed onward. What do you think is going to happen here? This captain here expects this boat to move, and they keep moving closer. What's going to happen sooner or later?
Collision.
There's going to be a collision, correct? So as they move up closer, this captain here realizes that this boat is not going to move. So what should he do? He's the stand-on vessel. He's the fellow that has the right of way. What should he do?
perhaps give way to the other vessel then, just to
That's
save
correct.
occlusion?
That's correct. And that's the other obligation you have as a stand-on vessel. If it's apparent to you that the other vessel is not going to change his direction or make an arrangement to go around you, you should take action to get out of his way. Okay? Okay, let's go on to rules. These are typical rules for sailing vessels. Okay, and these are, this, like I said here, this arrow shows the direction of the wind. This vessel here is on a starboard tack. His starboard, the wind is blowing from the starboard side. This vessel is on a port tack. Wind is coming down here more to his port, or on his port. This vessel, the port, with the one with the port tack, has the obligation to move around or make way for this vessel. The starboard vessel is the stand-on vessel. The port tack vessel is the giveaway vessel. Okay. Next one is the same tack. Wind is blowing, as you can see from this arrow here, wind is blowing in this direction. We have one boat, port tack, both boats actually on a port tack, but one is farther upwind than the other. This one is leeward or downwind of this boat. This boat, the upward wind boat, must give way to the leeway boat in sailing. Okay? He has every obligation to move off and let this boat pass, because this boat is leeway down. The other point is overtaking another vessel. The specific rule is to keep well clear. It doesn't matter what side you pass on, but to stay well clear of that vessel until you're all the way around him before you move in front. Just give him lots of room. It doesn't matter which side, but just give him lots of room as you move around that vessel. And that's overtaking. Part of avoiding collisions at sea is being seen by others, and what conditions might require special devices or something to be seen, and what conditions?
Like nighttime?
Correct, yeah, night.
Bad weather?
Bad weather, yeah. So any of those two conditions are required. You should have lights on your boat. And in that case, a sailboat should have a stern white light,
Can we see?
should have a red port side light, and a green starboard side light. And these lights, when you see this boat, when this boat is in the dark or at night, you should be able to, from 360 degrees, see some color of light, whether it be red, green, or white. It allows you to determine which side of this boat you're approaching on or how this boat is moving. So if you see red and green coming at you, or red or green coming at you, that boat is approaching you. Or if you see his white stern light, you know that you're behind that boat. Or, like I say, if you're on the red, or you can see the red color, you're on the port side of him. Or green, you're on the starboard side of that boat. So it gives you an idea how that boat is progressing through the water at night or in bad conditions like fog or rain. It gives you a better idea. Okay? So what do you think is the most important thing that we've gathered from this little demonstration up here? About the one captain, he had the right of way, but the other vessel didn't move out of his way. So what's the most important thing we can gather from boating rules what we should do.
Being alert at all times.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah. The most important thing we gathered, especially from that little demonstration.
It's just to eliminate the possibility of collision at any time,
That's right. Yeah,
knowing the rules.
yeah. Even if you are the vessel that is in the right, if
Giving
you
away
see,
the right.
that's right. If you see there's going to be a problem, then just get out of the way. Always take the initiative if the other boat is not doing anything. What reasons do you think a boat could be, if he's not moving out of your way and you are the stand-on vessel, what reasons do you think he or what problems could he be having that are allowing him to continue on like that? What could be happening on that boat?
I'm wondering if he's lost or doesn't know his direction,
That's possible. Maybe some confusion,
or he's just reckless.
reckless. Maybe he's been drinking a bit. That could be another thing. There could be possibly some mechanical problem with the boat. Maybe the rudder is broken. Okay, those are all things that are uncontrolled by the other boat, or somewhat out of control by the other boat, and you don't know about. So always be aware that if the boat doesn't move, you should move. So the color of port side bow side light is
Red.
red. The starboard side,
Green.
green, and the stern,
White.
white. Okay.
Wow.
So that concludes our lesson today. I just hope you've learned something about boating.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's-
Such a swag.